Isn't it commenting this side? Commenting is like this. Exactly. Exactly. I said you do what I say, not what I do. So I get listening skills. Commenting. Mati ako phezulu. Okay. Okay. Commenting. Commenting. Kantle. Commenting. Kantle. Kantle commenting. Kantle. Kantle. Kantle commenting. Kantle. Kantle. Commenting. Kantle. Commenting. Commenting. Kantle. Commenting. Kantle. Commenting. Kantle. 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 Kantle commenting. Yes. Commenting. 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 Kantle. Commenting. Okay, this is what we're going to do. If you get it wrong, you sit down. If you get it wrong, you sit down. All clear? Kante, 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 kante. Kante. You do what I say, not what I do. Kante, committing, kante, committing, kante, committing, 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 kante, 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 committing, committing, kante. Mate. Sit down. Please take your seat. Okay, so back to business. We're going to converse. I want us to converse as much as possible. How many of us have Facebook? Facebook, social media, Facebook, Instagram. How many of us have businesses? Your small business, Nyana, urekisa dikota, urekisa what? How many of us? Only one. How many of us would like to start a business? Okay, I want someone to tell me what kind of a business they would like to start. And I will choose someone who never, ever, ever spoken nje since we had session nje. And I know them, ne? Where's the other mic? Where's the other mic? Today you're talking today. Dark or blue? So you're telling me what kind of a business you'd like to start, okay? So when I come to you, you take the mic and tell me which business you'd like to start. Oh, Sharon, I'd like to start a business of selling kotas, or I'd like to sell lasagna. Nje, I'd like to sell food. What were you eating today? Ooh, you guys are fancy. So when I come to you, you converse with me, you tell me what you'd like to start or what kind of a business you'd like to start. It's clear, right? I will just pick randomly, okay? And try to, okay, it's fine. I'm coming. Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, itla ko pili he. Tlo Emily Namo. Ay bati, tlo Emily.
Hello.
Good.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Ke nna Botle from Potchefstroom, go
Okay,
military base.
Mhm.
Na business e ke wishang ka ba le yona is okay. I wish nka ba le a spa, beauty spa.
Okay.
But hore ke start my plan is ne ke plan next year. Actually, explain it no ka June, but I don't have money. Hore ke skolong for beauty. I can do manicures.
Is
Yes.
it?
So ne ke batla business ya wetsa for now ke starte wetsa bo manala lots so. But in future,
Ba e betsa eng ntho e ba e tlatsang mo? O shape e be nice man. E ska tlalang ka re ke cement. Ha o phamisa satla sa hao si heavy. Cabanga nje. Okay, please continue.
yeah, but in future, nka a beauty spa where I do the massage, salon, and yeah.
Nice. Did you write it down? Bella, that's a very big idea. You have to write it down and implement it. Do you have it down on your diary or somewhere? Or it's just in your mind?
Yeah, I think it's in my mind and in my prayers.
Okay. Yeah, you must start structuring. It's a structure hore wa itse ke eng, wa itse eng. Le beauty spa ya ka ke batla hore e be so, e be plekeng e so. So tse jwalo. Thank you so much. O rile leina la hao ke mang?
Botle.
Buntle. Thank you, Buntle.
Thank you.
Who else would like to tell us which business they would like to start?
Sister Sikiyo. Dumelang gape.
Hello.
I think lot no yana la nkitsile. The wentse ke le busy go ntle ko. Okay, ke nna Lena ne.
Okay,
So
Lena.
nna go ya ka nna ne ke batla go bula business ya Gretchen ne.
Yeah, catch.
Ne ke batla go bula Gretchen cause since 2018 ke ntse ke le mo programming ya ECD ke
Okay.
dira le Northwest University. Ke na le level 4, level 5 and level 6.
Wow.
Elo
Okay.
gore impile le di-qualifications tsa gore ke bule an early learning center.
Nice.
Mara ka ntateng ya masente ke santse ke le fa so be ke bona gore since santse ke emetse gore at least ke leke ka di-funds and all that be ke re ke tswelele nou yana ke dira program ya diploma in grade R. So this is my final year, so that is my own. Ke yone business e ne ke batla go ke eletsa go ka e bula e. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. And then now you already have your digital certificate, your digital skills certificate, right? And do you know that you can also teach kids how to use a computer? Story for another day, not a problem. Okay, who else would like to share before we start? It's family time. We are talking. Yes.
Dumelang guys.
Hello.
Oshas,
Debo.
nna ke na le problem ke batla go start business ne. But ready starting that but ha ntsamele sharp because of batho ba re kwala. My business ke gore ke dira catering,
Okay.
ne? So ha ke ntse catering like o se botle o tla mo go nna a tlo go kadima catering yaka. Then ke mo fa discount because of kene a go decoratelang. But if go ya nna ebe ke mo charge in full amount. Ga gone go rampe tšhelete yaka. So ke rata business mara a ke na that thing ya gore ke nne ke latelle tšhelete yaka ko morago ga batho. So many people ba dira gore re nne disappointed because of when you want to start the business then ba go fa pelo e le gore o give up ka pele and then because of ha re kgone go latella batho. Mara nna in my future I like business to make a business. Like I guess I say next just like now because of ha re na mosebetsi ha re bereke. Ke khona go direla bana machuchu ke etse machuchu then a fela a ke sa tswella pele ka one.
Ke eng machuchu?
Magwenya.
Magwenya.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
I go it's every day like ne. Go etsa kana go ele mare ha bana le gore ba tla gape ke gone ke reng gape ke a etsa nyana. So ke feel guilty because of ba ka pola ba etsang ga ke gone go kgatsa taka. So that my things. Ka leboga.
Thank you. So who'd like to give give memang?
Dynamoy.
Who?
Dynamoy.
Dinah.
Yes.
Who would like to give Ma Dinah an advice with her situation? Yes, please. her a round of applause.
Oh, dumelang. First, like oblele bona body studying the way by the marketing or o starta ka marketing plan ya hao. O ingwala fatshe. Ke bo mang ba o batlang hore ba o ba caterele? Who are the target people ya hao ke bo mang exactly? And how will they pay you? Wait ba etsang ko di molong. Ha o tsena ka lebati la mall. Ke di shop fela tsa diaparo so. Baba buy dijo ko bofelong. You know why? They know how you're gonna buy the clothes pele ha o tsena ke re kana di shop. And the food you have to eat, you will buy it to go around a choice. O tlo di reka dijo. Yaanong ba tshimolotse ka diaparo gore no like I'm taking it. How ya ka ko ke dijo yaanong wa feleletse o tsa tšhelete go ya bofelo reka dijo wa tsama. And o rekile leng le diaparo. Wa bona ke plan ke strategic plan ya bone gore how will they get money ko molong o wa bona. So lo ena tshantse o ne strategic plan ke bo mang ba tlo mpatelang ke bo mang ba na le tšhelete who ke tlo cater bo mang target mara ke wa advise mahala ke leng ke faila ko business.
Thank you so much. Thank you. What's your name again? Who? Janine. Thank you, Janine. Yes, we have a hand. Bua out.
Dumelang,
Ahe.
ke nna Ikageng yo o molemo.
Tu ana mang?
Ikageng yo o molemo.
Ikageng.
Ke nna Ikageng yo o molemo. Batho nna a ke itse ke ipitseng ne. Ke na le business so called business. Ke rekisa dishabo, ke a Gauteng ke a stocka.
And go TV.
Ke tla go dira yang? Ya ntshwanela le wena ba e bona ke re. O nkitse ya ke re. Ke rekisa dishabo, ke a Gauteng ke a stocka, ke a rekisa mo strateng, ke a dimisana ka tšhelete mara for certain people.
Okay.
So o siwa ka ke yone tsela e re phelang ka yone rotlhe. So business ha ena nnete. E batla wena o ipolelele. Ba tlo go re kwala mara ha ba o inela gore ba go kwale ke wena o tlo go wang. Nna ke raurau ha mponana. A ke tse story ya ka tšhelete ke a e batla. Ke a go latela. Ke a go tsikinya. Ya ka ke a e batla tšhelete. Ya ka ke yang. Ke a batla. So business as its own, business is a risk. Le gore o tshwanetse go tsena mo gone o ipolelele. Ha gona guarantee ya gore business ya gago e tlo go ya kae. Ntho nngwe le nngwe e ne le mo startang teng. Re ba modimo ko pele re rapela. Di challenge di tlo go nna teng. Ha gona business e straight ela e tlo go dira tšhelete ela o huma ha eyo yone. So everyone o batla go bula business e itse gore it's a risky. O tlo go kopana le dikwalo, o tlo go kopana le batho ba go direla magaga ba go itira motho o ntse yang o tshwanetse. And mo tšheleteng o nne magaga, mo tšheleteng ha o smile, mo tšheleteng ha ona family, ha ona mmata. Tšhelete ke tšhelete. Re dira ka thata.
Yes.
Ke a leboga.
Sharon,
Yes.
ke na le some idea ya go ba advisor.
Okay.
Ntho business yone e batla motho o nang le bopelotelele ne.
Bo ingi?
Patience.
Okay.
Okay. So go na le ntho ke kopa go botsa mama. Business ya gago ba register ke? Not yet ne. Go na le ha ke tse gate eng certificate se sa gore o kgone go itirela di business tseo for small business people. Ke lebetse leina la teng. Someone o ka thusang how? All right. Okay. So ke ne ke botsa gore o ka le ka se kgone go drafta some small contract ne. Cause le nna I hate go sala motho morago ka tšhelete ya ka ke go ra ke re kopa o mpatale and nako nngwe ke bagolo ke batho ba banyane wa bona. So go tlholo o ntse o kokotela mogolo kopa 100 rand kopa 100 ena e ka go eletsa o nyatsa wa bona. So if o draftile
a small contract mo fatshe and then wa go dira bo di-affidavit ko police station ne.
Okay.
Ha ya ka o re go na le ba ba tlholo batlang go adima and then o mo charge half ne. A sign mo. A sign if ever lo cause wona ke nagana ya gage tšhelete e ntsi. Ke a itse ga go mata one wa e latela mara ya gage e ngata ne nagana motho setsa a tsama ka 1.2 ya gago wa bona gore it is lot of money so if
Yes.
le signile contract ewa ha sa go fe tšhelete ya gago wa go tsa vele o tlo go e ntsha wa e bona go yang ke a leboga.
Thank you. So, Udi taught the advice. Say 3, go fair. And I hope you wrote them down. Did you write them down? Please, ma'am.
Okay, so I think Sharon was checking with you how many of you, or rather, she was trying to understand if you have ideas around creating your own businesses or starting your own businesses. But what I want to know now is, are there any of you in the room that are currently having a small business, whether it's a tuck shop at home, or not a tuck shop, a spaza at home, yeah, or a tuck shop at school, at a school. I don't know, anything. Are you doing anything to generate income at the moment, any of you? And if you are, can you tell us what that is? Okay. But I want you to raise your hands, all of you, if there's any of you. Is it only one person in the... No, I'm not talking about an idea. I want to do this. I'm talking about I'm doing this. You're doing it. So just raise your hands. That's all I'm asking, so that we get an idea of how many has businesses that's in the room. Sharon, can you check for me? Because there's one, I don't, she can speak if she wants to. Others are saying we already spoke, we're doing this. I just want to know how many of you have businesses. Five. So we have 5 SMMEs in the room. Ne? Is that correct? Okay. How many of you are either having your own NGO, like a non-governmental organization that is registered, not just I have an idea, I'm doing this, but an actual NGO that's registered that you are running. So it's not a business, it's an NGO, a something that you're doing, a community-based organization. Is there any of you in the room that has that? So there's no one. Okay. How many are currently volunteering anyway? You are volunteering means you are going somewhere, you are doing something, but you are not getting paid. It's not getting a stipend or whatever. You are just giving your services and helping an institution or a service, but you're doing that every day or 3 days a week or something like that. 5 people. Sharon says 5 people raised their hands. Is that correct? 6. You are volunteering. Ne? They're not paying you. You go there, you do something, you go home. Okay. Then lastly, how many of you are currently studying? Doing a after matric now, not in school. One person is studying, okay? And then how many, there's no one that's still in school here, no? We don't have anybody that's still in high school. Okay. And then lastly, how many is unemployed? As in, and when I say unemployed, I mean you are looking for work, but you are not finding. Not unemployed as in you are sitting at home just doing nothing. I'm going to get to that group. I want the group I'm asking now is you are unemployed, but you are sending your CV, you are going to go and look for work. How many is that? Okay, 90%. Okay. And how many are unemployed, but you're doing nothing? You just said, ish man, this is whatever. I'm at home and so what? How many of those are in the room? How many people are here that's unemployed and you're just doing nothing? No indication. Okay. So those, I wanted to show, I was asking you these questions because that's, okay, the last question I have is, how many of the people that said they have businesses is in the ICT sector? You're doing something that related to technology, not like you doing something that has something to do with technology. How many of that? 5? No one. Okay. And the ones that was unemployed, not unemployed, sorry, the ones that was volunteering. How many of you are volunteering at a technology place, like you doing something to do with computer or whatever where you volunteering? Okay. How many of you? The ones that said they are volunteering, the place that you're volunteering at, they do something related to computer or technology, or you do something related to computer or technology? No indication. So what we are trying to do now, what Sharon is going to do now, is she's going to tell you how the businesses that you have, you can do it using technology, like online, because none of you are currently doing anything online. But the other thing that she's also going to tell you is for those that are unemployed, how you can maybe think about doing something online because you are currently not finding work outside. So that's why I was asking those questions, so that we can see, so that you can start thinking when she's done speaking, how can I use what I've heard now to start something or to improve my current business? So I'm glad that, and also the person that's studying, also start thinking, the thing that I'm studying, is it in line with technology? If it's not, how can I use technology to improve even the field that I'm studying in? Thanks. Okay. What's it? Because we don't have a lot of time.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Petronella. Okay, so we are going to have a conversation about social media, and you are going to know how to advertise yourself using this social media, which is your online platform. And I will also give you some of the examples or some of the jobs or some of the side hustle that you can do using technology. Are you happy? But obviously they need what? Knowledge. And then they said money. They need knowledge. Most importantly, they need knowledge. Okay? So Because we don't have much time, I will continue with the presentation tomorrow, but it's going to be a very, very interesting presentation that will show you how to advertise your business online. Okay? So are we all interested about that? Yebo, you can't wait, right? Yes. So be prepared, do some research so that when we come back tomorrow, we have more engagement. We have more engaging conversation because I love conversations. I want you to talk to me, okay? But basically, we are going to. Okay, let's just have a presentation. I'll just do a few slides, and then we continue tomorrow. How many of us are familiar with Zoom? Do you know what Zoom is? Who said yes? Can you please raise your hand? Woza. 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 Okay, come and tell us what is Zoom while we're waiting for the presentation. Just a quick brief. Tell us what is Zoom.
Zoom is like, oh, hello, my name is Palisa. Zoom is where le kgona go etsa video call in a group. Yeah, I think. Zoom again. Go on. Ne? You can do like a video call in a group. It's not limited like WhatsApp. Like WhatsApp is limited. Zoom is not limited. How many people can you do the video call with? Yeah. I think so. I think so. Like if you feel like you want to do a video call and you guys are a lot of people, yeah, that's when you use Zoom. Le ponane.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for your confidence. And yes, she did explain it very quite well. Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, and apparently we are also using, no, it's Microsoft Teams. We are also using the similar online platform to actually host or stream or, to talk or let me just say to hold a meeting online. Also offline, meaning physically and online. There are people who are watching us online as we speak. Did you know that? Oh, how many of you knew that? So yes, we use those type of platforms to actually host those meetings, and we used to use them mostly in COVID times because we couldn't meet, right? So we had to come up with a solution so that we can meet. Okay, I'll explain more about Zoom tomorrow. So the presentation is there. So as I said, we're going to tell you more about how you can advertise yourself online using your social media. So I'm just going to give you a brief of what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. So use Facebook and Instagram to raise awareness of your business. So basically, Facebook and what? And Instagram. Can I have another slide? Oh, okay. So my name is Sharon Kwaza, and I'm one of the small business team, and I'm going to facilitate this presentation to you so that you understand and explore. Thank you. So did you know that Meta has changed its name to, did you know that Facebook has changed its name to Meta? How many of us know that? Okay, so you guys are advanced, Mos. You are really advanced. Yes, I saw quite a lot of hands, so they know it, which is a good thing. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, thank you. Another slide. This is the last one for today. So this is what we're going to cover tomorrow. Next slide. Okay, so we're going to raise awareness of your business, followed by developing content consistently to build your customer base, followed by use Meta Business Suite to save time and schedule posts, Then, this is a success story, but let me just explain everything tomorrow because time is not on our hand, but I promise you, you will enjoy the presentation tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. So I'm also going to just give you a brief on what's going to happen in terms of the presentation that I will be doing tomorrow so that we can start preparing ourselves for the conversation that we're going to have tomorrow. Because we're going to have a conversation tomorrow. Remember, on the first day, I told you that we are going to talk about raising awareness on gender-based violence and how we can overcome this monster that we are facing as a country. So tomorrow, what we will do is we will first we will do a presentation on the National Strategic Plan on Gender-Based Violence and the 6 pillars of the plan. And we will explain to you what the plan is. And then we will talk to you about what is in the plan. But the plan is a living document. It's not, okay, let me first start by asking, how many of you in the room know that we have a national plan for GBV? How many knew that before you came here? That there's a plan that the country has planned, that they have a plan on how they want to overcome GBV. How many of us know that? Okay, how many didn't know that we have a national plan for trying to stop GBV? How many did not know? Please raise your hands. Can someone indicate to me the hands that's risen? Those that did not know that we have a plan. Okay, about 50%. Okay, so that's good then because it means we will be helping each other to understand. So how many of us in this room knows that there is different forms of GBV? That there's not that, or rather, let me put it this way. How many of us know that GBV is not just when somebody hits you physically? So how many of us know that gender-based violence is not just when somebody physically hits you? Do we all know that? So can somebody tell me quickly what is another form of violence, gender-based violence besides physical, emotional? Okay, so we are together. So we're going to be talking about the forms of GBV, the different types of GBV. And then we're going to talk about how do we then stop GBV in terms of the plan that we are talking about has 6 pillars. So we're going to talk about each of those 6 pillars, and then we're going to tell you what have we done to date and then we're going to talk about what more can we do. And then lastly, you are also going to have an opportunity to share your story, but only if you want to, okay? You are not going to be forced, but if you want to share your story and you want to talk about it and you want to tell us maybe how you have overcome it or how you have not overcome it yet, or what are some of the things that's making it difficult for you to overcome, to get out of this situation. And for me, I think this is really important because we want to, but at the top of all of this is when you go home tonight, start thinking about everything that you heard during this week now. We talked about technology, ne? We talked about digital skills. We talked about all the different types of technology, AI, Internet of Things. So now you need to ask yourself, how can all these technologies help us to stop this thing that we have in our country? What can it do to help us? Start thinking about ideas and suggestions. So tomorrow, we're not just going to talk about the problems, ne? Because we all know it's a problem. But if we come with a challenge, then we're also going to look at how can we solve it together. But we will also look at individual situations. So that's what we will do in the morning tomorrow. And we will have that conversation, and we will then take some of that information, and we will look at how do we work with your province going forward in terms of the Department of Social Development. They will also be here tomorrow, and they will be doing the presentation on what the Department of Social Development is doing, because all the shelters and all the people that we invite to the program we do it in collaboration with the Department of Social Development, because they are responsible for shelters and places of safety and for the victim empowerment program. You do know that, Musne? That DSD. Okay, so that's what we're doing tomorrow, and we're hoping that it's gonna be tough, and I want you to prepare yourself. Don't be afraid to speak, but please remember, we must respect each other, and we must be open to suggestions, and we must also be open to helping each other, because that's what we want to do, to get out of the situation of being victims and moving to becoming not survivors, but overcomers. We want to overcome this thing. We don't want to just be a survivor, because if you are a survivor, the possibility of becoming a victim is great again. You understand? Because not in South Africa, actually, generally research tells us that, unfortunately, and I get very emotional when I talk about this, unfortunately, victims go back to the perpetrator at least 7 times before they decide to say, okay, I've had enough. And some of them don't get that opportunity, because there isn't an 8th time. The maximum time is 7 times that you go back. And we also need to ask ourselves, we have to have a conversation about, why is that? What makes us go back? Whilst we know that we're going to be hurt. You understand? So, yeah, Katlego, yes. Sorry, I'm not picking on you. I know her. I like her, man. She's really cute. Katlego is cute. So tomorrow, that's what we're going to be talking about. And tomorrow is also the last day. Though the 5 people that still must complete, I hope they will complete before we leave here today, because we're hoping to, for all of you to have your certificates tomorrow. And then tomorrow, at least you might leave with a certificate in your hand. You understand? Yeah. So also make yourself, look sharp, because you might get a certificate in your hand. You might, ne? Yeah. Okay. All right, ladies. I think for now, that's it from my side. I just want to check with Khobi if there's any announcements or anything that we need to do before we do the final closing. Anything that needs to be said? Tandi, do you have any comments or anything that you want to add before we close? What's happening? Oh, no, just check with them quickly. Okay, Tandi and Khobi is not here. I will tell you tomorrow something about myself that will maybe explain to you some of the things that's happened over the week. But anyway, Khobi and Tandi is not here. So Sharon is going to check if they just busy with something outside. But the thought for today, because when they come, then that will be the last. The thought for today is, don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry. That's the thought for today. Don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry. And it essentially means that we all make mistakes. All of us makes mistakes, ne? And we must be prepared to acknowledge our mistakes. But the second part of of the thought for today is talk to someone about your mistakes. Be prepared to tell someone that you made a mistake. Because sometimes we want to hide our mistakes. Sometimes we want to not make excuses for our mistakes. And sometimes we want to say we don't want to tell anyone because we can't trust anyone. But try to find someone that you trust and tell them whatever it is that you did, or tell them, and then they are able to help you to overcome that mistake. So don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry. That's the thought for today. Because it takes courage to say, I'm sorry. Because it's easy to say, no, it's not my fault, isn't it? We are quick to say, no, it's not me, I didn't do that. But we are not so quick to say, yes, actually, it's me, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Ne? And then you learn from your mistake. Okay, ladies. So, what was yesterday's thought? Let me just hear if you are actually listening to me. Yes, so what did you guys do? Because I told you you must do something to enjoy yourself. You don't want to share anything that you did yesterday when you went home. Okay, so today, please, when you go home, think about it. Don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry, even to your kids. You know, sometimes as parents, we think the children must only apologize to us, but we don't need to apologize to them. It's not, if you did something wrong or you made a mistake, don't be afraid to even say sorry to your child. You know, to say, I'm sorry I did that. Because that shows them that you are also vulnerable. You can also make mistakes. You understand? Yeah. I'm not sure, is Khobi and Tandi in yet? Are you okay, Tandi? Khobi, is there anything that you want to say or announce? Still outside. Okay. So I want to just say to everybody that got their certificates today, I think you deserve a warm hand. You guys must really applaud yourselves. Can you do that for me? You did well. You all did well. You did very well. And you see, on the first day, you maybe thought it's not possible, ne? And today you have the certificate. So you have it now, and you must just build on it. So I think, I don't know where Khobi is now, but for now, for me, from my side, I think today, the day is done. And for those that still needs to complete their certificates, please try to complete it. And if we can just please try and be here early tomorrow, because we don't have the whole day tomorrow. It's not a full day tomorrow, unless obviously we have to complete the work. But if we can start, if we can be, try to be early tomorrow, and then it's the last day tomorrow, and we take it from there. So go home safely, and well done. Well done. I'm very proud of you.